Exodus 5, the confrontation with Pharaoh, audio Bible, the best narration. Welcome to the Holy Book Narrated Bible channel. Today we present the powerful episode 5 from the book of Exodus. An intense journey begins with the confrontation between Moses and Pharaoh of Egypt. Get ready to dive into a story filled with faith, divine authority, and resistance against oppression. After receiving God's calling, Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and boldly declared, "Thus says the Lord, the God of Israel, let my people go, so that they may hold a feast for me in the wilderness." But Pharaoh responded arrogantly, "Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice and let Israel go? I do not know the Lord, nor will I let Israel go." The ruler's resistance revealed his spiritual ignorance and his stubborn thirst for power. Moses and Aaron insisted, saying the God of the Hebrews had met with them, and they asked permission to take a 3-day journey into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord, lest they be struck with plagues or the sword. But the king of Egypt accused the people of being lazy. He said they were distracted by words and ordered them to return to work, revealing his disdain for their request and his tyrannical rule. That same day, Pharaoh commanded the taskmasters and supervisors of the Israelites not to supply them with straw for making bricks anymore. The people would have to gather it themselves, but the quota of bricks must remain the same. The cruelty of the order became clear. The people scattered throughout Egypt to gather stubble instead of straw, struggling to meet the production demands under Pharaoh's harsh command. The Egyptian overseers beat the Israelite supervisors, demanding, "Why haven't you met your quota of bricks yesterday or today as before?" The oppression deepened, even though the task was impossible. The leaders of the children of Israel went to Pharaoh to plead for justice, asking why they were being treated so harshly. They explained that their servants had no straw, yet were still being beaten. Pharaoh, cold and unrelenting, replied, "You are lazy. Lazy. That's why you say, 'Let us go and sacrifice to the Lord.'" And he reaffirmed that no straw would be given, but the same quota of bricks would be expected. The Israelite supervisors realized they were in deep trouble, and as they left Pharaoh's presence, they found Moses and Aaron waiting for them. Filled with frustration, they said to Moses, "May the Lord judge you, because you have made us obnoxious to Pharaoh and his officials. You have put a sword in their hand to kill us." Faced with rejection and the suffering of the people, Moses turned to the Lord with a heavy heart and asked, "Lord, why have you brought trouble on this people? Why did you send me? Ever since I went to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he has brought harm to this people, and you have not delivered them at all." Moses was now facing not only Pharaoh's cruelty, but also the misunderstanding of the very people he was sent to save. The mission God had given him seemed to be sinking into despair. But this was just the beginning of the clash between earthly power and divine authority. On the path of faith, there are moments when everything seems to get worse before it gets better. Opposition grows, burdens increase, and even allies turn their backs. But it is in those moments that God's faithfulness begins to shine brightest. Moses did not yet understand the full plan, but God was setting the stage for something extraordinary. When it seems the enemy has won, that is when heaven begins to move. If this episode touched your heart, leave a like, share in the comments what impacted you most, and subscribe to the channel to follow each chapter of this journey. In the next episode, we will see God's response to Moses' cry and the beginning of the great wonders he will perform in Egypt. Don't miss episode 6 of Exodus.